Welcome to Rise and Grind Radio 3.0.
You are now about to witness
With your host, Scotty the Body.
Come down later for
Serving up truth bombs, hard facts, and real life grit. It's time to wake up.
Good evening.
Let's grind.
Here we go again.
No, you gonna dig this.
There we go. Welcome back to Rise and Grind Radio 3.0. Today's episode is going to be obviously we're just going to address the whole subject of Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, hats go off to him and his family. I know he's got a kid, and I know growing up with one parent, it's never ideal. So prayers go out to him and his family. Once again, welcome back to Rise and Grind Radio 3.0. Wish I was coming to you with a lighter circumstance today, but today we're talking about something that could have torn this country wide open. Charlie Kirk. Conservative activist, commentator, and voice on the right, unfortunately. He was shot at Utah Valley University today. The man took a bullet to the neck in broad daylight. Do we have the scene here?
Yeah, we're showing, by the way, our affiliate.
Counting gang violence. Great. Counting gang violence. Great. Counting gang violence. Great. Counting gang violence. Great.
So, let's make no mistake here. This wasn't just some one crazy old man. This was a byproduct of something bigger. This was the logical end result of a media industry that has turned Charlie Kirk into a cartoon villain. Into a, from what MSNBC says, a polarizing lightning rod. Into someone who, according to their coverage, was practically begging to be targeted. Make no mistake, kids, that's not a joke. MSNBC has literally said this shit out loud. And I'm absolutely disgusted, and this is why I'm doing the episode. Fuck MSNBC. Honestly, fuck both sides. Fuck Fox too. None of them, these people aren't good people. All they do is fearmonger and spread hate. And I ain't got time for none of that shit. I don't know, you guys seen this? Picture it, right? Kirk's under a tent on a campus doing an American comeback tour, talking to students in a prove me wrong format, which is basically a shtick, right? You guys seen it most of the time. He's all over social media. Just, I don't know, grinding hard, man. You know, that's his grind. And people who walk up to him, they're just fucking, they're just feeding the demon, dude. It's not his fault. They have their own personal choice. You know, it's midday. People are laughing, debating like adults, throwing questions when suddenly a shot cracks through the air. Panic, screams, blood. Dude, this shit was, I don't know. I feel so bad for Charlie. Blood everywhere. A video shows Kirk clutching his neck and the security team scrambles. The crowd scatters in seconds. The moment of civil debate turns into a crime scene. Let that sink in. Now flip on the TV. What do you see? I'm sure you'll see something on this, right? But it won't be an assassination attempt on an American citizen at a college campus. It won't be political violence escalates against conservative leaders. Nope. You see MSNBC, CNN, the same cabal pushing Charlie Kirk, controversial right-wing figure shot today. Controversial. Polarizing. Divisive. Every label under the sun except victim or human or father. And that's the trick, folks. That's how they sanitize hate. If this had been Rachel Maddow or AOC or Barack Obama, there'd be a fucking shit fest. We'd have breaking news banners until your eyes bled. There'd be vigils, hashtags, legislation introduced tomorrow morning. But because it's Charlie fucking Kirk, you get a shrug and a smirk. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but... Now, the suspect's identity hasn't been released yet, but we still got some coverage of what the fucker looks like. That's him. Fucking schmuck. What the hell are you doing there? Causing shit. Looking at little girls, you fucking pervert. Fuck that dude. Nah, fuck that dude. And anybody like him. I don't give a shit. I know he wasn't acting alone, right? Every anchor needs a Chiron. So, I don't know. Every opinion masquerading as fact that reduced Charlie Kirk from a man to a monster is what's causing this stupid fucking shit. Charlie doesn't deserve any of it. Media pulled that trigger just as surely as the gunman did. They were waiting for it. It's almost like they fucking knew. Here's where it gets even more despicable. Imagine if the roles were reversed. Imagine if a liberal commentator was shot at Liberty University, you'd see cries of domestic terrorism. There'd be an FBI task force, Senate hearings, a Netflix docuseries, greenlit by tomorrow. Tell me I'm wrong. But when it's Charlie Kirk, it gets treated like an afterthought, as if the real story in his reputation, or is his reputation, not the fact that he's clinging to life right now. That's not journalism. That's narrative. That's agenda. Know the difference. This isn't about Charlie Kirk anymore. This is about precedent, or the precedent. If the press can dehumanize one man to the point where his shooting feels understandable, they can do it to anyone. Today it's Charlie. Tomorrow it's you or me or anyone bold enough to stand against the narrative. Fuck that. And that's why we got to wake the hell up before it's way too late. Before we don't have an opportunity to turn back and say, what the fuck? Let's do this. We need to stop hating each other and start working together and realize who the real bad guy is. Everyone's pointing, oh, the libtards, oh, the conservative people, whatever I don't know what they call it, the conservatives. Now I want to pivot, right? Because I think it's the point in that conversation where it needs to be had. Because it's not enough to point the fingers at the bad guys. Got to look in the mirror too, right? The media thrives on division. Their business model is basically hate and fear. But we don't have to buy into it. We don't have to hate our neighbors. You know, a wise man told me, actually, ironically, almost a year ago or so, that your neighbor is not your enemy. And he knew what was coming. And that one hit me hard, man, because it's like, you know, I had to think about what he said because I'm like, wow, why did it affect me so much? It's because he was right. Your neighbor isn't your enemy. We don't have to demonize strangers on the other side of the ballot. They can have an opinion too. It's okay. It's okay to want the other guy and to be uneducated. But seriously, we don't have to let the system tell us who to love and who to fear, who to fuck, who to marry, any of the shit, who to listen to. Dude, if you guys know your history, right? We were a republic, and that's what we were built on 250 years ago. Now we're just a pile of shit. We're a bunch of people walking around thinking we have rights. And all this, as all this is going on, they're just taking more of them away. They want us to be divided so we can be distracted. The only way we win is if we refuse to be divided. We need to stick together. Charlie Kirk is still alive tonight. Critical but stabilizing. That means there's still a fight actually in him. And that's the metaphor for all of us. We may be wounded. We may be bleeding out as a culture. But if we stabilize, if we stand together instead of tearing each other apart, we probably got a shot. So let's pray for Charlie, yes. But let's also confront the people who downplay this shit, who make excuses for political violence and who profit off hate. Call them out by name. MSNBC, CNN, you've got blood on your hands. And for the rest of us, it's time to rise, it's time to grind, and it's time to heal, baby. This has been Sky to the Body with the Rise and Grind Radio 3.0. Stay sharp, stay awake, and stay human.